Hey everybody, welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about this shoulder of mine. We're about 17 weeks post-op. We are right at the tail end of everything. I know we haven't posted a video in the last 4 weeks or so, simply because we wanted to make sure that, we were focusing a lot on building things up. And what I mean by building things up, it's all of this, and we're going to talk about that here in just a moment. Over the last 4 weeks, it's been really not hard, but not exactly easy type of thing. Pain wise, I have no pain. I'm not in any pain. My shoulder actually feels freaking fantastic. A lot of days I feel like that I can, pick up the world, with my shoulder. Like today, it's like I'm not having any pain whatsoever all day. I've noticed on days that I go and I work out, I got the go ahead to finally go to the gym last week. So we've been going to the gym and repeating the exercises that we do during physical therapy to implemented them in that type of environment. We also do cardio and a bunch of other things just to kind of keep my legs moving, because we're on the tail end of getting ready to go back to work. So we need to make sure that also all the muscles around in my shoulder are ready to go, but also we need to start preparing my legs for being able to stand for the extended periods of time. Should be going back to work based on what the surgeon was talking about a little bit ahead of schedule. The schedule was slated to go back to work sometime in March, but we're looking at sometime next month. This is great. Not being out the entire 6 months is always a good thing. I see the surgeon later this month in about 3 weeks, and we'll get to go ahead as far as how everything goes. Let's look at range of motion from where we were to where we are now. Right now I can do this all the way across, all the way back over, and not feel any pain. It's a little tight still right here. This pec muscle here and all of this is still really tight. It's tender to the touch some, but that is naturally where most of the operation took place. He made the cut and went in and did all the stuff that he did in there. From here, there's 2 here, 1 here, and 1 in the back. The one in the back is the one we're working on now. I'll tell you more about that in just a second. As far as straight out, we're going good. And then the thing that everybody else is looking at is all the way up. If you can see, this arm goes all the way up, perfectly in sync with it. This arm, however, kind of kicks off to the side a little bit, but I am able to get back here. It's not really in any pain, it's just tight. The muscles are still tight because the muscles are still very weak. So that's the main part of it. We're at the tail end of it, so we're focusing on strengthening the rotator cuff, all of these muscles here, the muscles in the back, the traps, and all of this stuff. That's what we're doing, the focusing on strengthening, which if you're just starting this, the strengthening is by far the most tedious part of it. A lot of people say when they first start out that the first couple of months is usually the worst. Trust me, it's not. First couple of months suck, yes, but the last couple of months suck even worse, because you're right there on the edge of being done, and the only thing you're waiting on is your muscles to be able to withstand stuff that you can do. I am able to pick up my toddler now, so that's always a great thing. We took a trip at the end of the year, and we were able to ride roller coasters. We rode rides with shoulder restraints, and didn't have any issues with pain, didn't have any issues whatsoever. There was a couple of times where on a certain ride I positioned my body wrong or something, and it was hurting a little bit when I got off the ride, but not to a point to where I was just doubled over in pain. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, it's flaring up a little bit, not a big deal, so it is what it is. But it was not a big deal, and I didn't make it a big deal. The muscles that we're seeming to be working on the most right now are all of these back here. This rhomboid muscle here is probably the most pissed off muscle out of all of them. I have a knot from here, the down back part of my shoulder blade, all the way up here. It's massively just one massive knot, the size of roughly a softball. And so we're doing acupuncture on the muscle to try to get it released, because that muscle is what's hindering the little bit more range of motion that we need. We're almost at, 180, which is where we need to be. Not 180. I think the last time I was at like 160. So we're trying to go from here all the way to here, which we're already there, and we can go back as far as we want back here and not really be in any pain. When I'm back here like this, it's tight and it's stretching, so but it's not pain. The only bad thing is holding stuff, especially straight out or over my head, is roughly anywhere between 10 and 15 pounds. So we're not back at 100% just yet, but it's the whole point for going to the gym and continued up with physical therapy. I go back to therapy tomorrow, and every week after that, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday, Thursdays, I'm in the gym. A lot of times after therapy that night, I'll go back to the gym. And I mean, I am freaking hammering it hard. Like the weakest muscle that I have probably in my entire body is this external rotator back here, which allows your shoulder to kind of rotate in and out. It is by far the weakest muscle, and it's something that I am hammering with in the gym, at home. I think right yesterday at the gym, I was able to do 5 pounds going like this. But these muscles fatigue out so fast, like it's not even funny. I'll do 1 rep and the muscles will just start shaking. And it's because of fatigue. It's because they're not used to being used that way. It's the whole point of physical therapy and reconditioning those muscles to get them used to being used again, at least in that capacity. I do a very physically demanding job, so it takes a lot of patience and a lot of time to be able to build that stuff up. I get told every single day in therapy, be patient. You're pretty much at full range of motion, but you don't have the strength. And they're not going to send me back to work, because if they send me back to work, then they're worried about me tearing this rotator cuff, which flares up every time I put weight on anything. And when I'm doing exercises, the rotator cuff, it hurts, it sucks, but I just don't make them like me anymore. I just push through it. It's just how it is. We're not going to do an update every week. I don't really feel the need to do an update every week right now, because like I said, we're right at the tail end of it and we're about done with it. So it's kind of no point to do an update every week. I wanted to do one now because I haven't done one in like a month. So we'll probably do another one after I go see the surgeon again. When I go see the surgeon, they will do an x-ray to make sure that the sutures and anchors that they put in my shoulder are where they're supposed to be, and making sure that everything looks as good as it's supposed to be. I'm going to post a picture just so you guys can kind of get a glimpse of what everything looked like before. The picture I'm going to put is right now. This is the picture of before my surgery. Nothing going on. There is just me working, me taking trips, me doing everything that I was doing. That's what that looks like. And this picture is my shoulder now. You can obviously tell a massive difference between the two. When I put both of them side by side, it looks like a completely different shoulder. I didn't actually realize just how swollen my shoulder was going to work, doing all of this stuff, and looking at it now, it looks beautiful. Even the scars, everybody always compliments the scars and how they're just slowly going away. I haven't used anything to put on them or anything like that. They just look like that. So my surgeon did a great job. We're right at the tail end of it, but we'll hit you guys back up after we see the surgeon. I appreciate you guys. If it's one thing I can say for someone who is going through this, be patient with yourself. Please, 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 please be patient with yourself. It sucks at first. It really, really sucks at first. But if you take care of yourself and you get plenty of rest, and make sure you eat healthy, get plenty of rest, let your body metabolize everything that it has to help you heal faster. Please, please get plenty of rest. And don't get addicted to your pain medicine. So, that's going to do it for this one, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy it, don't forget, hit the subscribe button down below, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.